Hey kids, is everybody ready? I should say, do you know something I love in the summertime? I love to go outside and the sky is dark and count the stars in the sky. Just like in our What Do You Do in the Summertime song. Do you remember they count all the stars in the sky? Oh, what do you do in the summertime when all the world is green? Do you swim in a stream or lazily dream on the banks as the clouds go by? Is that what you do? So do I. Oh, what do you do in the summertime when all the world is green? Do you swim in a pool to keep yourself cool or swing from a tree up high? Is that what you do? So do I. Oh, what do you do in the summertime when all the world is green? Do you march in parades or drink lemonade or count all the stars in the sky? Is that what you do? So do I. That's so fun. And you know what else is in the night sky? Sometimes when you're outside and it's all dark, there are bugs that fly around. And some of them are lightning bugs. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to make a lightning bug picture. Does that sound kind of fun? And we're going to need to do a little painting today. I know you like to paint. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a white piece of paper. Can you get a white piece of paper and put it on the table and then get your paints out? We need to get your paints out. I'm going to get my piece of paper and I'm not going to put it on the table because you won't be able to see it. But we're going to get a white piece of paper. All right, now this is going to be a little bit tricky today because we're going to see if we can get it all painted. And while it's wet, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to make some fireflies. So you're going to need to take a big piece of yellow paper because fireflies, when they're flying around at night, they look yellow because their little bodies are yellow and shiny. So we're going to take a yellow piece of paper and we need to cut a long strip of paper off of it. So hold the paper, don't let it drop. Open and shut, open and shut. This is the way we cut, cut, cut. Fingers on the bottom, our thumb is on the top. Hold the paper, don't let it drop. Open and shut, open and shut. This is the way we cut, cut, cut. Now we have a strip of firefly papers. And what we're going to do is paint this one the color of the sky. What color is the sky at night? It's black, isn't it? And while it's still wet, we're going to cut some fireflies right onto our paper. So we're going to need to get our paint and our paintbrush. And look on there, we have some black paint. So we're going to get our paintbrush out and we need to paint our black paint. So got to get some water because remember what we have to do with the water? Oh, I got to take the lid off my water. All right, we've got to get water on our paintbrush. And then we've just got to paint in that spot for a few minutes until it gets all black. Like we got to get lots of black paint on there. Oh, I'm going to get a tiny bit more water. So I've got lots and lots of black paint. If we just start painting, we don't get very much on there. We have to get it nice and wet and get the black ready. All right, are you ready? I'm going to set down my paint. And I'm going to hold up my paper and we're going to try to make the whole thing look black. Oh, keep painting it. We're just going to have to go back and forth. We've got to do lots and lots and lots of painting. We're going to keep getting it wet. Sometimes we have to just take some plain water and not even dip it in there and run it across so we can make it more and more. Okay, just keep painting. It takes a little while, doesn't it, to get the whole thing painted. I'm going to do some paint. I've got my water right here. It's getting colored, isn't it? I'm going to get my water, and I'm dipping it in the water, and then I'm going to get some paint on it, and I'm going to do some strips across here of paint. Then I'm going to dip it in just the water, and I'm going to go across it so it makes it even go farther. And I'm going to keep going across here. Oh, how are we doing? You getting lots of black on there? It takes a long time to get a whole page. So maybe you just want to kind of do the middle. That's okay too. Now I've got some black paint on there. I'm going to just get some plain water on there and kind of run it across the whole thing. Is that looking kind of like a nighttime? When you get as much paint on there as you want and your nighttime is all ready, we're going to take this and we're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to lay this down on the table and we're going to cut our paper so it falls right on top of there. So I'm going to hold it with my chin. It's going to be kind of tricky. And I'm going to cut some papers, little pieces. Can you see those? Look at that. I'm getting them on my paper. And you can just let them drop. You don't need to put it under your chin. You can put it down on your table. And look, let's stick it on there. It's kind of wet, so it's sticking right on there. Look at that. Can you see those getting stuck on there? Oh, I got to cut some more. Got to cut some more, just little pieces. And we're going to let them fall a little bit. And then I'm going to take those little pieces and we're going to stick them where it's wet. All that part where the paint goes. And we're going to push them on there a little bit. Now, if they're not sticking as much as you would like them to, do you know what you can do? There they are. Can you see all those lightning bugs? Now, if they're falling off and they're not sticking like they're supposed to, that's really easy to fix. You just take a glue stick and you take the pieces that are kind of sticking, that aren't sticking very good, and you put a little bit of glue on it and stick it on there. If it's coming off, just stick a little bit of glue on there. Let's see. Oh, some are coming off. If they're falling off, that's super easy. The other thing that you can do is if you don't have a glue stick, you can use a Elmer's glue. And we're going to stick those right on there. And all over in that paint, you have a whole bunch of fireflies. It's sticking right on the glue, and I can take it right off and stick it on the paper. Sometimes your paper's not quite wet enough, and if it's not, then glue sticks them on there. There we go. You have a whole bunch of fireflies at night. Is that cool? They're buzzing around and you get to see them. If you don't live in a place where there are fireflies, now you can still see them because you made your firefly paper. I hope you have fun seeing bugs at night. I think they're kind of cool. One thing that's kind of fun to see is at nighttime, lots of dragonflies come out. Now, dragonflies like to eat bugs like mosquitoes and gnats that bug us. And so watching the dragonflies fly around is really cool. But I love seeing fireflies. I think they look awesome. Good job making your paper. I hope you continue to work on it. And once it dries, if they're falling off, you know how to fix it because you are amazing and you know how to do things that lots of people don't know how to do because you are awesome. I love being with you. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. You're awesome, Possum. See you soon.